why this hero is interesting. We rarely see it being picked up because it does kind of want to scale a little bit. Once have enough cooldown, once have at least like a concentrated energy, it can dish out a lot of damage per second just because you keep spamming your skills, so kind of tanky, a lot of damage, but again, you need a few items like the Enchanted Talisman as well as the concentrated energy to really be viable in the game.
I'm looking forward to see how it all goes down because final pick 1-1 coming in is going to be a little bit of an interesting matchup coming from Impunity Cage. Hopefully they will be able to redeem themselves, but EVOS SG pulling out the pocket strats coming in. Are they going to be able to shut them down? I'm looking forward to see how it goes, but as of yet, this is going to be the final decider match for both EVOS SG and Impunity Cage because whoever wins this final game is going to be advancing into the playoffs, and that is going to be a very, very scary performance coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final match of today in the group stage for MSC 2022.
EVO Singapore going head-to-head once again with Impunity, the Cambodian representatives, as well as the Singaporean representatives, which, on that note, I'd like to talk about this a little bit, right? Because with the Cyclops being picked up, sure, pre-level 4, I do think Natalia has an edge over that. But once they hit level 4, it seems like Natalia might be caught out with the CC that can be available to them. But we'll see how this goes. As you can see here, T already getting very aggressive in that mid side.
Especially considering Cyclops with his second skill, it can track wherever T is wanting to go. So they have a lot of answers for this Natalia. Still, it can be very, very dangerous if she gets the kill early on. But as long as EVOS SG, making sure that everyone stays close proximity to each other, early stages of the game, maybe up until the second turtle, eventually the Natalia will lose a little bit of the value in terms of damage.
Now, here comes my question. Once upon a time, we've seen Paquito go up against assassin junglers. How is this matchup going to fare against an Akai? Is it the best? But before that, JPL going for the hook. TY taking a little bit too much damage as the walking observer for Impunity Cage. But seems like JPL knows what TY is thinking as well, tries to threaten him as well. That's going to be a little bit more time bought from the side of EVOS SG.
One of the things that I also noticed from the side of their drafting and composition and so on and so forth is that Impunity KH, they don't have much of CC to work with. They do have that point and click stun for sure from the side of Hylos, but other than that, what do they have?
Well, I would say Senpai using the Sanguine Claw can potentially catch a lot of people off, like OP as well with the knock-up strike, but just to answer Terrence's question about gear up against OP over here, with the Akai against the Paquito, I would say the Akai would win just because when Paquito wants to engage, but over here JPL managing to catch someone off, but he's alone, no damage to back him up.
Oh, look at the damage. You said no damage. He's going to try and auto-attack his way through, but JPL will eventually fall. First blood in the hands of Senpai on the sides to back him all out. And seems like you've underestimated the power of Paquito right now.
He caught the...
Okay.
He caught, but no one is helping JPL. That's what I meant.
But Adamir now is going to be threatened as well because the rest of Impunity is coming in. OP taking a bit too much damage. The preemptive measure from Adamir will completely shut him down. Impunity thought they caught Adamir, but guess what? Joke's on you, and that is going to be Impunity paying the price. Adamir, he knows where TY is. He's going to try and threaten his issue. He goes for the bomb as well, but it seems like he's going to be A-okay. GPL waiting for the right moment. He wants to try and kill TY, but does he go for the preemptive hook? He's thinking, nope. He wants to play it safe.
He shouldn't, because the last time he did that, he died. Because when he goes in for the hook, sure, that's great, but also keep in mind where all your friends are, because you need that follow-up damage to help secure that, or not, you'll be the one taken down, and you're going to be the one giving more opportunities for the side of Impunity KH to kind of capitalize on. So we'll see what happens right now in that type of field.
Oh, TY is going to get caught out. JPL instantly gets caught out as well. Syla with the ultimate, and instantly the walking observer falls as TY gets picked off. Great patience coming from JPL, just sitting here making sure that Adamir does not lose his gold lane.
And right now, this is looking very good for the side of EVOS SG because, again, the fact that they're getting kills is great, but the fact that they're just not dying to TY, that's amazing. And right now, they're putting a lot of pressure all over the map, whether it's in the laning phase as well as the river side. And right now, TY, he is running out of time. He has to make something happen. Focus on either Adamir or Sayla. Focus anyone. Just make something happen. If not, it's going to be very difficult for him to use his advantages.
I mean, every time he goes for it, look at this. He's looking for something, some incentive onto Adamir, but every time he goes in, look at JPL already waiting.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But as of yet, looks like the hook comes in. TY is going to get caught out as well. Adamir gets a very, very easy kill. 1-for-1 trade-off as of yet. Now Sayla tries to go for the ultimate available, but OP not going to be able to take out his way through.
Right now, looking at the situation, because again, EVOS actually is the way that they're playing it. Not only do they have the heroes to actually fight against the Natalia, but the fact that the way that they're playing, like I said, they're playing in close proximities, making it very difficult for TY to do anything. And like.
Yeah, and it seems like that's going to be a threatened down bottom as well, because Nick, as of yet, is going to get caught out as Impunity. We'll get a couple of trade-offs here and there, but still, taking on XP laner, not the end of the world, but objective-wise, EVOS SG is still winning in terms of map control. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to go on, but Adamir is going to get threatened again, but he's very, very quick on his fingers to actually do something about it.
Yeah, really huge outplay potential coming in from Adamir, of course. Every time they go in for a gank, it doesn't seem like it ever works out with the way that he's playing. JPL is always there, quick to respond, as well as Gear being able to just support the situation from happening. And now it seems like the situation has been reversed, where EVO Singapore are going very heavily into that top lane.
Yep, and at the same time as well, TY is going to get harassed as well. JPL with the hook, knew he was going to run through that line as well. Walks up perfectly, and that's going to be GPU getting the kill for EVOS SG. Impunity now going to be losing out a little bit more map control as EVOS SG slowly but surely winning out all these rotations, even though it's a small goal lead margin, but it feels like they're just one step ahead compared to Impunity KH.
Yeah, right now, for the side of Impunity KH, let's look at what they have to do, right? They have the scaling potential on Senpai as well as Deja, but it doesn't look like they have the opportunity, because I'm looking at this 1-1. I kind of want him to play a little bit more aggressively, but looking at how Impunity KH is rotating right now, because the way that they're moving around the map, it does dictate that they don't have a idea of what they want to initiate on. So it's kind of a situation where, oh, never mind, looks like they want to focus on Nick.
Yep, seems like they are going to try and make a play as well. Nick is going to be caught out. There's nothing he can do considering the immobility coming from Impunity KH. And seems like EVOS SG, they will lose out a little bit of the rotation-wise as they are kind of split off throughout the entirety of the fight. But as of yet, Impunity KH, they finally realized that what is the issue coming from USG. They're tanky, but in terms of burst potential, it is mostly coming in from Adamir as well as Sayla. But aside from that, if they are not in this vicinity, they are going to be most likely winning their team fights unless they get a hook. Oh, JPL not going to be able to connect because the top side turtle, you can see Gear trying to threaten Impunity as of now. He does have the heavy spin available. Seems like he is going to try and play this a little bit safe to try and bait out some sort of reaction. JPL going for the hook, doesn't seem to connect, and that is going to be the play coming in. Impunity, they are going to force the issue. The glorious pathway has been expanded. That's not going to do too much, but Gear will secure the turtle for the team.
EVO Singapore, they're playing it so methodically in the sense that they are focusing 100% on objectives. Meanwhile, from the side of Impunity, it seems like their sights are set aside in terms more on those kills, like we saw in that turtle fight earlier. Is it worth it for Impunity? Right now, not so much. But when we take a look at the bigger picture, this is the most equal we've seen EVO Singapore as well as Impunity KH. I mean, they're practically equal in terms of economy. They're good in terms of control on the board, as well as those kills. 4-4 now in the 7th minute, but it seems like,
oh, the hook. It was a bait. He's gonna get baited as well. That's gonna be boom, completely shut down. Sayla was pretty much the best bait from the side of Impunity KH, and you can see a little bit of hesitancy coming from Boom, whether or not was it really a bait. And while he's distracted, he got picked off. Very nicely done coming from EVOS SG.
Right now, I'm actually looking at both the drafts, and I'm really trying to figure out in the later stage of the game who is really going to win a team fight. But it looks like Adamir just got caught out by OP. OP, a very good catch, and looks like they want to go for a little bit more. But Sayla having 50% HP, it looks like they don't want to go for it. And what I was talking about is like, who's really going to be good in the later stage of the game? Because on the side of Impunity, Senpai and Deja going up against Adamir and Sayla. Both of these carries, who's really going to outscale each other?
I honestly think it's going to be 50-50 as well, because if you think about the composition, right, main damage output is going to be EVOS SG, is going to be coming from Adamir as well as Nick. Sayla, he's going to fall off a little bit into the stage gate unless they go for this kind of pickup potential, which is very, very intended, right? So EVOS SG, they're more focused on one kill at a time rather than forcing a 5v5 fight. Even though if that happens, as long as Adamir is giving the safety net that he needs, he's going to pop off. So it's going to be like situational in that regard. So I would say it's still a 50-50 for both this team.
10 seconds left on that next lure. It seems like both teams are moving in towards that point, but the fact is, it does seem like Impunity KH is better in terms of wave manipulation here, as it is going to be that bottom side. But wait a minute, that hook connects onto a member from the side of Impunity KH, and boom, goes down.
Yep, this is exactly what I'm talking about as well. They don't want to force a 5v5 fight because eventually Impunity does have the damage, and you can see OP starting to scale. As soon as they get one pick up, they immediately disengage, and that's the beauty about their composition. EVOS is just so smart in understanding what needs to be done. But at the same time, as time goes by, Impunity is going to understand that if they try and force more fights, they will have damage to try to outscale EVOS SG.
But man, it's the 9th, almost 10th minute, and Senpai is already doing so much damage. I saw previously in that item that he was already, what, Winter Truncheon, Clock of Destiny, and on the way to his 3rd item, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, Senpai just finished his Lightning Truncheon, and we can definitely see the power spike with that item just by itself, because, again, half HP gone for Adamir, equally a lot of damage going on to JPL as well as Gears. So right now, EVOS SG, they're on the clock right now because, like you said, it's just 10 minutes. Imagine what would happen if that's 5 more minutes, but look at this engagement going on to the side of EVOS SG. Vinegage really trying to get a lot here, but Gear pushing everyone away. Damage from Adamir is enough to get kills, but right now for the side of Vinegage, they have more HP, they have the advantage, but looks like they're not really going to push it unless TY
is thinking about it. They know he's up there as well. Looks like he's a little bit isolated. Unfortunately, not going to go for a little bit more. Impunity, they want to try and force the tier 2 down mid, but Senpai eventually hits a little bit too hard. And this is brilliant coming from EVOS SG when it comes to disengagement, because if the initial hook doesn't work, they still have the Hurricane Dance to actually isolate and catch out one target at a time. And this composition coming from EVOS SG is more focused on single target kills. And so far, we did see a little bit of glimpse earlier on where Sayla was almost nearly able to one-shot Deja from the side of Impunity Cage. And I feel like when that actually happened, Deja was pretty much out of the fight, because if he was there in that fight with a pretty healthy chunk, I'm pretty sure EVOS SG was going to lose out a lot more than just that kill.
Yeah, but again, looking at how the game is being played out right now, because we were talking about Franco as well as the Akai, it kind of looks like Gear is not really looking to catch anyone. Like, he's not going to initiate. He's going to be the one that's going to peel. So as of right now, they do show how they're going to play the team fight. They're not going to start until Franco gets someone with the Iron Hook. And whenever the side of Impunity KH wants to do anything, it's Gear's responsibility to actually push everyone away, giving space for both Sayla as well as Adamir. But the thing is, even though you can push away the Paquito, you can't really push away Senpai's Sicilian. So either way, if Senpai is being left alone, I just feel like eventually Impunity KH, they will win the team fight. So right now for the side of EVOS, they've been doing well, but they have to identify what is their priority, and their priority should be Senpai.
Yep, I definitely agree as of yet. Now, playing it safe in Impunity Cage, they do have the Natalia, who's going to be a very big threat, especially towards Sayla as well as Adamir. Adamir has died one time because of this oppression coming from TY. So as of yet, it all comes down to playing the positions a little bit well. Meanwhile, here's a big catch. Boom is going to get caught out. JPL will shut him down with Adamir securing that kill. So that is going to be a little bit of a small win for EVOS SG, but they're still playing a little bit safe, not knowing where Senpai may or may not be as of yet, as they try to bait out the Lord fight. TY looking for the opportunity, but Adamir plays it a little bit safe. He's hiding for the bushes as well. The hook comes in, not going to happen, but TY, look at this. Adamir flickering forward away towards another side of jungle, and they are going to force the fight. TY gets caught out. Here comes a heavy spin as well. Impunity forced that issue, and that's going to pay the price. Here comes a crossbow tanks from Deja. He's almost going to catch Adamir, but no, he will live to tell the tale, as Impunity will be able to back off as well.
Yeah, 2-for-2 trade for both teams there, but it was interesting, right? Because of course it was great to have a pickoff on the board for the side of EVO Singapore, but I think it was a little bit too much resources wasted for just Boom.
Yeah, it was just so unfortunate in that scenario there, Lafel.
Yeah, right now looking at the items, looking at the 1-1 already has the Courageous Side, the Dinosaur, as well as the Windtalker, and for the side of Sicilian, have the Clock of Destiny as well as the Lightning Truncheon. And based on that previous team fight, I think I have the answer to my question, and that is Impunity KH. They will scale a lot better compared to EVOS, because as of right now, I still do not see the Cyclops damage. I feel like it's there. I feel like it's there. It's just that not being able to hit the targets that you want, that's going to be quite an issue. And then 2 minutes until we see that play again from JPL.
Yeah, I definitely agree. 2 minutes on the sides as well for his battle spell. But at the same time, what I want to really talk about is that right in that earlier skirmish, I don't think we're going to get a highlight right now, but bottom side, Impunity, they are going to force a fight. OP is going to try and break the turret as well. They are going to try and force an issue, but EVOS SG, they only get 1 kill, but they will lose an inhibitor. This is a costly mistake, and not knowing where this Natalia is going to mess them up. EVOS SG made a very, very costly mistake right there.
Earlier before we mentioned this, right? The wave clear coming in from EVO Singapore, their wave management has been a bit lacking, and in that sense, Impunity KH found a hole, and I think that may be something that they can actually use to their advantage. But oh my god, T goes down there.
Yep, killing spree has been made as well. JP Will is going to get caught off 1-1 with the crossbow attack. Is going to completely bully EVOS out of the lane, and that is going to be it for them as they back off. Lord is going to be up for grabs, but EVOS SG has been losing out a lot of these trades, and it's going to be heavy emphasis on towards Adamir to go up against this 1-1. And we've seen time and time again, the crossbow attempt seems to be a big threat, but it seems like they are going to try to go for the 50-50 flip. Nick is going to be in the vicinity. Do they want to force the issue? Hurricane Nuts still holding it on for gear, but he gets chain on stun. Now he pops it out. Can he get the retribution? Yes, he will. EVOS SG will get the win for that, but Nick now is going to try and bully out the rest of the members of Immunity as this Zerov completely shreds out the backline. Deja being the first one to fall. No marksman, no problem. He's going to look for the triple. TY is there. Can he get it? No, he cannot. TY saves the day for Immunity KH for now.
For now, 2-4-2 trade for the moment, but it was interesting. As that was progressing, the team fight in that turtle area, it was actually Paquito there in that bottom side trying to push once again, but unfortunately, EVO Singapore were very quick to read this and actually follow through that.
Oh, here comes the hook. OP is gonna get caught out, but the damage coming from Sayla looks good, but it's just a little bit too tanky. TY comes to get a trade as well. Gear finally shows himself, but this is a jungle tank Akai. He doesn't have the damage to actually go for the setup. Sayla slowly but surely getting kited pretty hard on his magic damage.
Impunity KH right now, they're forcing EVOS SG not to play towards their win condition because again, what do they want to do? They want to play together, but with this side lane push, with this side lane pressure, Impunity KH is forcing EVOS SG not to stick together, and the moment they do stick together, Impunity KH is going to take more off the map. So right now, EVOS SG, this is a very tricky situation where you have a clear win condition, but your opponent is not letting you do that. And look at TY.
Look at this, TY. He saw an opportunity, but there's just a little bit too many members. He's going to try and open up the map a little bit more for the team to try and abuse later on. But it seems like TY is going to rotate another wave as well to try and potentially rat their way towards victory. And EVOS SG, once again, going to be trying to force objectives all the way through. So this is going to be a very important moment coming from both teams to actually clutch it out. But before that, let's take a look at the itemizations coming in. We do see the Divine Glaive up on Senpai. That means he is going to start trying to hit a little bit hard. Concealed plays has been made from EVOS SG. Not going to be able to scout anyone, but they do have a rough general idea on where Impunity is. And that's going to be on the bottom side of the map.
Looking at the items here, Cyclops is actually looking pretty healthy right now because he has the Enchanted Talisman, the Genius Wand, as well as the Enchanted, You guys know what the item is, but basically,
concentrated energy.
Thank you very much, concentrated energy. But basically, right now in longer team fights, he should do well. But the problem is he can't really take the damage from the side of Senpai. So I kind of feel like he needs at least one Athena shield.
Interesting. Already with the brute force, and you think another Athena shield is needed
I
in
really
this
do.
situation.
Look at the damage from Senpai. It's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I feel like Sayla is in a situation where he does a lot of sustained damage rather than burst potential. But as soon as I say it, he just got his Divine Glaive. So that's a big power spike for Sayla to actually start to show a little bit more kill potential coming from his Cyclops, which we did not see a little bit too much early on, especially with the initial catch onto its OP. And seeing as of now, right, Impunity KH, they do have map control coming in from the Lord, and they are going to try and force a fight before it happens. EVO is playing a little bit safe, but the lanes has been pushed out from bottom side for Adamir, so they are in a prime position to try and contest this before Impunity backs out. But seems like Impunity, they are going to play with the lanes instead, wait out the lanes to be pushed out down bottom before forcing a fight. So it's all about waiting games coming in from both of the teams.
I love this point of the game. Like, you know you're in 17 minutes, you know those death timers are imperative to understand, and the way that they're doing it is they're just dancing around this Lord. So I want to see who will be able to get that first moment first, because whoever gets this Lord, I do feel can close out the game pretty easily, especially if it falls into the hands of Impunity KH. But if it falls into the hands of EVOS Singapore, they do have a little bit of an edge, but now it does seem Nick is caught.
TY, they know it's happening as well. That's going to be a big catch coming in from EVOS SG. They needed to get rid of that annoying Natalia. 40 seconds on the sidelines. However, Impunity, they are going to try and force the issue with the Lord down towards the 2 bars as well. Gear is looking for the fight as well. Glorious pathway, going to zone him up. Heavy speed comes in, but the Lord knock comes in down. Does he get the retribution? Yes, he does. Well done to Gear and Impunity. They're going to lose out to the fight. JPL is going to get caught up, but it's only a tank. But Impunity, good call to disengage, but they do lose out a lot trade-off. Meanwhile, down towards the middle lane as well, OP trying to get a little bit more cheeky with his plays, but EVOS SG has learned their lesson well as they back off.
EVO Singapore won on all trades there. Sure, he went down, but it was only an Immortal, so still 5-man strong for the side of EVO Singapore, whereas from the side of Impunity KH, they were forced to lose a member on the board. Now the Enhanced Lord is marching in that bottom side, and this might be the final push from EVO Singapore if Impunity KH doesn't find an answer real quick.
Yeah, but looking at how EVOS SG is playing this, they're not really syncing up their minions. They're really focusing all on bottom side. So again, this could be a, you know, just focusing hard on the bottom lane. So I feel like EVOS SG, if they, as long as they can catch out Senpai, they should be able to end this game right now.
I definitely agree, but with the Lord knocking onto the bottom inhibitor, this is going to give EVOS SG a little bit more room to work with. Stun comes in from the side of Sayla, but it is going to just harass Impunity as EVOS SG has the bigger picture because they are just focusing on objectives. Meanwhile, on the top side as well, we do see OP getting cheesy with his plays. He do see it well, but he's going to try and force the crystal as well. Gear comes back, good call. He does have the heavy spin, but Impunity has been trading 50-50s across the map. This is a very, very ratty strategy, but it is paying off for Impunity because with that slight play, that kind of disrupt EVOS SG's game plan to actually close up the game. So well done from Impunity KH to respond to this.
It's working,
This
guys.
is stressful.
It's working.
It's stressful.
I agree. You know, it's the last ticket to make it in MSC. You've got to go all out, and you can see the mind games are coming in from both these teams, and it's just amazing to watch these games, man.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch, but imagine me in the shoes of EVOS SG as well as Impunity KH.
Tough.
Any one small mistake could really be the end of the game because EVOS SG, they had opportunity to end, but with OP doing things like that, dude, you can't. Like, either way, they cannot put their foot off the gas. There's no chance in this game that you could get distracted because, again, just one mistake. That's all they're looking for.
Yep, this is what I'm talking about. OP is literally OP, and that's why I'm a big fan of him, and that's why it's really, really sad to see both of these teams, one of it going to be eliminated by playoffs, considering how well they have been doing. But like I said, this final game, they're both pouring out their souls right now to actually make it towards the MSC playoffs, and this is going to be a very difficult one as well because it is going to be down towards the 20-minute mark where the penalty threshold of the death timers are going to be a huge, huge factor for both these teams. Immortality is going to be a very, very crucial one as well. But as of yet, TY, Walking Observer, does have a rough idea where EVOS SG is. But as you can see, Immortality's up on Gear. But the Lord is on the bottom side, and Impunity, they do have the space as of yet. But it looks like Gear is going to be forced out. Impunity looks like they're going to force the issue. OP taking a little bit too much damage. He gets chased up. He does have Immortality, but EVOS, they have to back out. They're not in position to fight this. But Impunity, they're not letting go off the hook. Heavy speed has been expanded, but Adamir completely shuts down Natalia. The overextension is going to pay with a price, and now they're going to lose a little bit more. Boom survives, backs out, but the death timers are kicking in. But Adamir will kill off another one. Double kill for Sayla as EVOS SG manages to punish this overextension from Impunity KH. 4
members from the side of Impunity KH gets taken down, and this means only 1 member is left. Will OP be able to defend this 1 versus 5, or will this be the end of the journey coming in from Impunity KH?
Oh my goodness, this is going to be tough as well. OP is back online. His last man standing immediately gets chunked out. 20 seconds left on the sideline. This might be it. He goes for the Winter Truck to survive and buy him one more time, but they do have the Venus. EVOS SG, they muscle their way through. They get the 2-0 against Impunity KH, and they are walking in towards MSC playoffs, whereas Impunity KH will be eliminated from the group stages. What a game, what a game. The sighs of reliefs coming from EVOS SG's faces. Woo-wee!
Huge win for the Singaporeans right now, understanding that this is going to be their representative walking up